I'll tell you what, we have a great weekend setting up here in Northeast Ohio. If you like the summer heat, we're going to be starting off warm and muggy tomorrow once again. Temperatures in the 70s. Skies partly cloudy. We'll have light winds. And by the way, that sunrise time 6:50, that is 7 minutes later than last week. So we're gaining time slowly, or gaining morning sunrise time, but unfortunately that means the days are getting shorter. You know where I was going with that. Anyway, here's a look at the radar. Boy, it's kind of interesting, right? We get into nighttime and you say, oh, okay, that's it for the thunderstorms. Look what's going on out here in Huron County. In the evening hours, sometimes as the earth begins to cool, we have a thing called a low-level jet, a nocturnal jet that forms above the surface. And sometimes that can be the extra little something to get some of these thunderstorms firing, and that seems to be the case. So we'll track this real quick and take you out into Huron County here, where just to the west of Norwalk, we're getting some rumbles of thunder here. This is just about to cross over US 20 and then head up to 50 here. So through Norwalk, probably to the east of Milan, and then continuing out toward Berlin Heights as well. A little shower even over here toward the Clarksfield area. So you'll start to get in on a little bit of that action. But farther south, there's just been a few little pops that have been firing off farther south, even south of Bellevue or Belfield, and even south of Loudonville. This is all going to continue to move to the northeast. So we still have a chance for some isolated rain and rumbles as we head through the overnight. Not expected to be a widespread threat, but definitely something that is notable. The more prolific rain and thundery activity is off to the northwest of us, with a frontal boundary that's been draped across the nation's northern border. We've also had this little wave that's been working northward throughout the evening hours. It's fading now. We could see our little thunderstorm chances on the northern periphery of all of that, but I think there's a couple different dynamics that are at play in our evening thunderstorm chances tonight. But the big picture remains on Ida. That is a massive story that is going to be unfolding as we head through the weekend. Just a little bit about how we kind of decide where the storm is going to be going. Of course, we're track. You know, you see the line, right? Well, the hurricane is relatively small in the scope of the entirety of the atmosphere, and it is riding around what is known as the Bermuda High. So there's the Bermuda High, of course. The island of Bermuda, usually in the summertime, has a big old area of high pressure sitting on it. The Bermuda High has stretched just a little bit to the west, and so Hurricane Ida will follow right around the western edge of that, and that's why we're anticipating a Louisiana landfall and then a hook to the east as the storm continues to move to the north. So it is a Cat 1 storm right now. It will continue to move to the northwest around the western periphery of that Bermuda High, but as you can see, it just kind of really intensifies this weekend. So Sunday into Monday, Cat 4 storm. Remember, Cat 4 meaning the winds, and the winds are relatively small impacts, so that'll probably be a very narrow corridor of those intense winds. But the impact of the storm is going to be felt states away with inundating rain. So this is a huge problem for not only Louisiana, but also Mississippi up into the Tennessee Valley. And by Wednesday evening, yeah, maybe even here in Northeast Ohio. We'll be keeping an eye on the remnants of Ida as that storm continues to track northward. Union Home Mortgage forecast upper 80s to around 90 for the next couple days, with isolated to scattered rain and thunderstorm chances. It's going to be muggy as all get out. We'll continue then to keep an eye on whatever is left of Ida by the time we hit Tuesday and Wednesday. But once Ida passes by, I think we're going to tap into some cooler air as we head into next weekend.